What's going on, YouTube? So we're about to jump into a game in progress. This has been happening a lot to your boy. I want you guys to watch this clip, and I'll be back in a minute.
Tango down. Sniper's net. Assault unit down. Enemy down. Enemy down. Assault unit down.
Hostile UAVs operating. Sit rep. Hostile care package above. Hostile.
Enemy removed.
So what you seen there was another game I was thrown into in progress. Right now, this was something I was going to talk about in my Call of Duty video yesterday. I, playing Black Ops 4 the last few days, reinstalled it a couple days ago, and it feels like every game that I try to start, TDM, it doesn't matter. This is a hardpoint game here, something different on the channel. One of the only hardpoint games that I have on my hard drive. This is from a couple of months back. Got a gunship in here. I hope you guys enjoy it. So the last few days, man, literally every game I'm thrown into is a game in progress, right? But it's not really like games that I have a chance. As you guys seen, that one, we were getting blown out. A lot of these games that I'm getting thrown into, man, it's like 80 to 20, for the other team. That game that you just seen there, they had attack choppers up, sniper's nest, and it's been happening so much, man, where I'll literally join a game, and before I even run 2 feet out of my initial spawn, enemy gunship, enemy sniper's nest, enemy strike team, enemy thresher, enemy mantis, like, they're getting all these street, like, before I even had a chance to do anything, man, like, who wants to stay in a game like that, right, where you really don't even have a chance, you know what I mean, like, you got all this air support, you got these streaks, these dudes got these specialists while you're just starting the game, you have no chance to win that game. You have no chance to really do anything, man. All you could try to do is just fight to not go negative, right? And it's hard as fuck because you gotta shelter yourself from the streaks, from the the air support. Plus you got the nerds, sweating, jumping everywhere. VMPs, they got their tempests out and all that other shit. You gotta hope that you can stay alive with that cheese, man. Look at this nerd jumping everywhere, man. Everybody jumping, and that's what we're gonna talk about in this commentary as well too. But towards the end of that clip that I was showing you guys, and I'm sorry about it being choppy, it's just the way that it recorded. I meant to show you guys, like, everything, like, leading up to, like, one of them there where I spawned in. It was a little choppy. You guys seen, like, I was trying to hide from the air support, and you seen, like, 3 or 4 of them rushing at me. And I was just like, dude, it feels like I'm always up against these full parties, man. And as you guys can see, at the end of that game, I went and checked, and the whole team we were playing against was in a party. And this like, a lot of people say you don't want competition, man. That's why YouTubers don't like skill-based matchmaking. Oh, GILMOURRR, you suck at Call of Duty. That's why you don't like skill-based matchmaking. It's nothing to do with that, man. First off, when there's skill-based matchmaking implemented in Call of Duty, especially as thick as it's been, you know, with World War II, Black Ops 4, Modern Warfare, we can all agree that this is some of the thickest we've ever seen. Advanced Warfare was really thick. It creates more lag, right? Because now you're not playing against people who are close to you. Now you're playing against people from wherever because they're close to your skill level. They're close to your score per minute, your KD, whatever it is, whatever algorithm they got. So automatically your games are more laggy, right? So you be shooting people, you're already up against sweats, you're already up against people the same skill level as you, usually with a scuff or whatever else. I just use a regular PS4 controller, man, so I'm already at a disadvantage against all these people with scuffs. But you're going against people that's using this Chronos Max cheese, this aimbot bullshit, all this other nonsense, right? So you're at a disadvantage from that shit right there. And then you got to combat the lag, right? So like your bullets won't be registering, so you could have got that kill but you really didn't, and now that person was one kill off their gun chip, and now you're getting slapped, right? But I think the skill-based matchmaking has something to do with constantly being thrown into games in progress where you don't have a chance. Like that game that you guys just seen, that was a better game. Like I said, a lot of these games, you know, I'm telling you, like at least 25 games of my last my last sessions on Black Ops 4, minimum 22 to 23 of them were thrown into games in progress where we were getting blown out. And then the other two games, pick up the gunship, the other two games were games that one game was starting fresh, and then one game I got thrown into where we were winning like 11-9. You know what I mean? So I think that also has something to do with the skill-based matchmaking, right? If the skill-based matchmaking was so thick, I probably wouldn't be selected to be thrown in that stupid lobby where we're getting thrown out. Because, you know, we're like, these dudes are absolutely shitting on us. The skill-based matchmaking is linking me up to those people. So now I'm in that lobby getting my shit pushed in when I could be playing just people down the street from me that possibly have a fresh game starting, and I'd actually have a chance. You know what I mean? But they're a little bit lower KD than me, so the algorithm is like, nah, man, you ain't gonna be in that lobby. You're gonna be in this lobby against these people. And then that's where you also see the full parties, right? I mostly play Call of Duty solo, and I'm always playing against full parties. Oh, I'm always up against minimum of 3 people in a party or more. And I'm usually playing solo, man. Like, yeah, I party up with the subscribers sometimes, man, and get some subscriber sessions in with you guys. But it's like, you know what I mean? So the skill-based matchmaking, that you're always at a disadvantage because you're playing against people who are coordinated, right? You're playing against people who got communication, and they're giving callouts. Even if you do kill a bitch, they're giving callouts, man, to your exact location. So you're getting teamed up on by the rest of the people that were over in that spot. You know, where your team, because you're playing solo, nobody has communication. We don't have any of that, right? So you're automatically at a disadvantage right there when you're playing against full parties and you're playing solo. And that also has something to do with the skill-based matchmaking. You know what I mean? My KD is I in this game, so I'm going up against these people instead of just playing against randoms, you know, like back in the Black Ops 1 days. You know what I mean? No real full parties. I wish they bring back like mercenary game modes, man, for every Call of Duty, man. I know they have it sometimes in here in Black Ops 4, and I do jump in there sometimes. It does be getting pretty sweaty though. But yeah, I definitely play mercenary deathmatch mosh pit a lot just to get away from the full parties. But that's why you see it, man. I like to play just normal TDM. It's the most populated game mode, right? And I'm playing solo up against constant parties, man. And I think the skill-based matchmaking has something to do with that as well. There's a lot of other reasons here. There's a lot of other reasons why people don't like skill-based matchmaking, man. For all you haters that like showing up on my videos or other smaller YouTubers' videos or big YouTubers' videos hating on us because we talk shit about skill-based matchmaking, there's other factors in at play here why we don't like it, man. It's not that we're scared of competition. I don't mind competition every once in a while. It's all the bullshit that comes with skill-based matchmaking. But then on top of it, you know, you're always playing good players, man. You can never relax and have a good game. That has a huge part to do with it too, man. But like I explained, the lag and everything else. But there's something I want to talk about real quick, man. Because all these games that I was thrown into where my team was getting blown out, my team was getting absolutely shitted on. I'm going up against these dudes, right, that are jumping like 8 times. You watch a kill cam back, and you see them jump at least 5 times, man, in one kill cam. You know, like they'll jump once or twice before they're in the gunfight with you. They're jumping 3 times while they're in the gunfight with you, and then they're jumping once or twice after they killed you when they're running away. And it's like, bro, obviously they're using scuffs, man. They use it, they be jumping everywhere so they get the advantage. They're fucking up people's aim, right? And they're sweats, you know what I mean? They're trying to do whatever they can to win that gunfight, right? Because they're going to get laid if they win that gunfight. If they win that game, they're going to win $1 million, right? Pro team's going to pick them up tomorrow if they win that pub match. So I started checking these dudes, man. If I seen somebody jump, like, say, 20 times in a game, I didn't report them or anything like that. I'm not like that. I don't report people unless they're legitimately cheating. That's the only time I'll ever report someone. But I started blocking these dudes. If I seen people jumping like 20 times, if I was thrown into a game in progress and there was only like 3 minutes left in the game, and I seen them jumping like 20 times, I started blocking these motherfuckers. Because I remember back in Modern Warfare Remastered, if you block somebody, it would give you a notification. If you went into that lobby again, there was, say, one person on your block list in that lobby. It would ask you if you wanted to stay in there or leave. You know what I mean? So I started blocking them yesterday because I had enough of it, right? And every single person that, when you open up their profile in PlayStation, when you go to block them, right, you could see what like their background photo is, right? And like all the games that they play regularly. Like I would say 9 out of 10 people all had a picture of Fortnite. Victory Royale, or they would have a picture of like the bus, or just something to do with Fortnite, man. I think the reason why we're seeing all this sweat, all these people jumping, man, is because of Fortnite. Go watch any Fortnite stream, and that's all you see is these dudes building skyscrapers, but jumping everywhere, man. I think that's the epidemic that we're seeing in Call of Duty. I think Fortnite has rubbed off on Call of Duty multiplayer, man, and it's ruining the lobbies out here. That's why we're seeing all this jumping and just nonsense, man. All these sweats that you can't even keep up with, dude. I think it's the Fortnite crowd rubbing off on it. But anyways, that's my thoughts on it, man. I just felt like talking about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Check out this bonus clip of the VMP. I hope you guys enjoy it. Just another whack-ass game. But anyways, we out. I'll see you on the next one.
Hostiles have established multiple UAVs. Enemy CUAV established above.
Hostile malware has
behind.
been cleaned from your systems.
And before some hater jumps in here talking that shit, I jumped because I knew he was camping in the corner. And look at that cheese. We out.